Money, 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 we all need it, we all want it. But at what cost? Today we are diving deep into a question that's more important now than ever before. You have a job, you earn all this money, but is it really worth the price that you're paying? Let's find out. Hey there, my name is Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. My husband John and I are financially independent since the year 2020. Now, what is financial independence? When we first got financially independent, our friends asked us, oh, you become financial advisor? Oh, you're investing for others? No. So we realized that a lot of people don't really understand the concept of financial independence, especially people in Asia. So financially independent basically means that your passive income is more than your expenses, therefore you don't have to work for money. One of the reasons why we started this YouTube channel is to share with people what financial independence is all about, what financial literacy is, how important it is, and we also talk about early retirement, cost of living, and much more on our channel. Remember to give this video a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's go! Let me ask you this. How many of you who have friends, family, or colleagues who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who are making big bucks, but they are also battling anxiety, severe depression, and also diseases such like heart attacks, strokes, or even cancer? Ever since COVID started until now, John and I have been hearing a lot of reports and news of friends, family, and ex-colleagues battling all these diseases, and they are not in their 60s or 70s, okay? Some of them are in their late 30s, 40s, and early 50s. It's extremely distressing and heartbreaking for us to hear all this news because on the outside, on social media, things look very, very good and rosy. They're making the big bucks, they're traveling, they're buying bigger houses and bigger cars, but inside, their body, their mental, their physical is all breaking down and crumbling. To all of you out there, especially people in Asia, it's time to wake up! As a society, we become so obsessed with the hustle, with chasing the next big promotion, the next big pay raise, that we're actually sacrificing something far more valuable: our health, our family, and our lives. Recently, I was talking to a friend of mine and she was saying that she's so busy at work. She works 7 days a week, often going home at 9-10 p.m. And she says that she's making the big bucks, but what's the point when she's falling sick? In fact, she was jokingly saying that she's got time to die, but she doesn't have time to see the doctor. I found her statement extremely worrisome and sad because she's not the only friend that has been sharing all these over the last few years. I have friends who are actually sacrificing their me time, their sleep, their health, their family time over work. And the worst part is they don't even own the company. They are just employees. So they work very hard for the companies, and how do these companies repay them? Actually, with a lot of layoffs and retrenchments. Take a look at what's happening in the world right now. Google, Mastercard, Amazon, Tesla, Dell, Intel are all majorly retrenching people. You sacrifice your sleep, you sacrifice your health, you sacrifice family time, all in the name of chasing the big bucks. And the one thing that's seemingly going well for you, which is your job, suddenly gets taken away from you. So then, now what? So to summarize this whole segment, it means that not only do you have to worry and work on your ailing health, your sleep deprived, you also now have to worry about your finances when you lose your job. Now let's talk about why people's health fail when they work very hard at their job. Apart from having pressure of your boss breathing down your neck, our bodies actually aren't designed to sit at a desk for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, glued to your screens and fueled by caffeine and stress. And yet, that's exactly what so many of us do day in and day out. You know how a lawyer bills his client a big hefty bill after a long court case? Well, guess what? Your body is going to do the same. Your body is going to start billing you big time for all the damage that you put it through. So it's no wonder, is it, that all these diseases start creeping in your late 30s, 40s, and 50s. Why? Because you are at your peak of your career. And if you're a high flyer, you have a big position, you earn the big bucks, it also means you have big stress. You've got big pressures coming from above. And if you do not know how to manage it well, if you don't take care of your health, well, that's when you start to see the decline. Remember the good old days, our grandparents and our parents' generation? They clocked out at work at around 5, 6 p.m. and stayed at work. When I was a kid, I remember my dad coming home from work around 5:30, and he played with me all the way until dinner time. And it was a very relaxing time for him. And after dinner, he'll watch TV until it's bedtime. So there was no stress, there was no annoying boss calling him at work or on a phone or whatever, or no emails, right? Fast forward to now, work is everywhere, isn't it? We work from home, we take work with us on vacations, our laptops, our phones, and we are reachable 24/7. The lines between work and our personal lives, our personal time, have blurred so much that we don't even know where one begins and one ends. Even when we're supposed to be relaxing, let's say we're on a holiday or on a weekend, those little devices called phones or one of these are always online, right? Because there's such a thing as there's Wi-Fi everywhere nowadays. So the boss thinks that you're always reachable because there's no excuse anymore saying that you're not reachable because there's always Wi-Fi or data. Guys, it is now the time for us to regain back our time, our health, and our lives. Work isn't everything. Don't make work the priority. Even yes, the allure of the big bucks is in your face. You want to earn the big bucks so that you can enjoy your life, isn't it? Going for long vacations, buying that Chanel bag, driving a nice car, staying in a big house, going for high tea with your friends so that you feel like a high society person, right? The difference between you and a truly wealthy person is that the wealthy person uses their passive income to buy all these things. So in their daily lives, they are not under the pressure of the boss screaming at them. They have no deadlines to follow. As a highly paid employee, you use your hard-earned money to buy all these things. For example, a Chanel bag, right? And you want to go eat high tea. But what's the point when your health suffers and, for example, you have cancer, your hair is falling down, right? You've lost your appetite. You don't even want to go into high tea anymore, and your Chanel bag is just kept uselessly there in the cupboard. Same goes when you have anxiety and depression. You can't perform at work, so you're either asked to leave or you have to be forced to take a sabbatical. Therefore, then you're now worried about your expenses and your finances, and you're worried that you can't get another job, and then it goes on and on and on, isn't it? So actually, if you think about it, it's not worth the money and the stress. Not when your most important asset is at risk, your health. Set boundaries, prioritize self-care, and yes, while we recognize that money is important to a certain extent for you to survive, it is not worth sacrificing everything else. So here's the challenge. Let's stop glorifying the grind. Let's stop glorifying how much we can work, how hard we can work, and how much money we can earn. That's not true success. True success is how well we live our lives with the limited time that we have on earth and the impact that we have on other people. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of earning all this money when it costs you your health, your happiness, and the people that you love? If you find that this video makes sense and you start thinking, yeah, I kind of want to make changes to my life, but I don't know how. Well, I've got news for you. Why don't you join our free masterclasses that John and I have once every 2 weeks in a month. In these free masterclasses, we teach you how to work smart, not just work hard. How to make your money work hard for you so that you don't have to be an employee for the rest of your life. We also teach about financial literacy, financial education, the building blocks to success. And if you don't have the correct finances, you're not going to be able to achieve financial freedom and financial independence, the key thing that will take you away from the grind and the hustle in your life. Register here on the link below so that you can get our Zoom details of the date and time of these masterclasses. Thank you so much for watching this video. As you can tell, this topic means a lot to me, and I hope that this serves as a wake-up call to all of you. Again, I'm Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. Please like this video, share this video with all your friends and family, especially to those workaholics, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you again!